Well, it was a first for Facebook today. The board of directors and stockholders convened for the company's first ever shareholders meeting. Before the world's largest social network, site began trading, everybody wanted a piece of the action. But now the company is under increasing pressure to boost its share value and to monetize its huge audience. Facebook shares closed down over 1% today, fractionally higher in off-hours markets. Mark New is now joining us live from San Francisco with all the details about that rather dramatic shareholders meeting. Mark.
A lively shareholders meeting both inside and outside. CEO Mark Zuckerberg said right up front that most of the questions submitted to them boiled down to anxiety over Facebook's stock price, which opened at $38 in May of last year and is now hovering around $24 today. He admitted Facebook was not happy about that either. Many others are also unhappy with Facebook's performance for a variety of reasons. Outside the stockholders meeting, these women expressed their displeasure over Facebook removing from their personal pages photos of them breastfeeding.
Well, it tells moms that it's something that you have to hide, that is shameful.
Take a hike!
These protesters went to even greater lengths to show their discourse, many of them arrested for civil disobedience. They say Facebook is allowing the lobbying group Forward.us to advertise on their pages and therefore helping fund the controversial Keystone Pipeline project, which would transport oil sands from Canada to the United States.
He's a Silicon Valley high-tech leader. He shouldn't be bankrolling politicians who are trying to push their projects through that ruin our environment.
Even more public policy issues filtered into the meeting inside, with several people asking whether Facebook gives data to government agencies. Zuckerberg responded by saying no agency has direct access to its servers and that it works hard to protect user data.
Shareholders did a great job of grilling them, for their social interaction and the government policies that they sponsor, the stock price flop, everything. So it was good. It was good first shareholders meeting.
Several people got personal by stressing how much money they lost by investing in Facebook. Zuckerberg repeatedly said Facebook was disappointed at the stock performance too, but he insists it's his job to stay focused on building a network that will increase in value. During the meeting, Zuckerberg said Facebook has added about 200 million users in the past year, bringing their total users to more than 1.1 billion. He also says 30% of its revenue comes from mobile apps. That's up essentially from 0% 1 year ago. Michelle.
So some increase in revenue forecasts, but did they give any particular forecasts for revenue and profits for the following year, Mark?
Well, that question actually came up from an irate shareholder who demanded some form of guidance from the company leaders. Still, Facebook execs told him that they would not provide such a forecast for two reasons. One, that they were running a business with long-term goals and didn't want the short-term goals to hinder that. And secondly, they said it's a difficult business to predict, especially since the company is so young. They say they simply would not be able to predict numbers with any certainty. It's also worth mentioning that during the meeting, a woman whose stock shares had lost tens of thousands of dollars in value asked Facebook executives whether she should buy more shares of Facebook at $24. Once again, they declined to offer any advice, saying they weren't in the business of recommending stock purchases. Certainly interesting that company leaders feel that way about investing in their very own company. Michelle.
That is not a big vote of confidence. Thank you so much for that update, Mark New, live from San Francisco.